So, in filling the request here, I'm Ferran Burgundy, breaking the 45-minute silence. Cherry for the rest of our Dragon Warrior randomizer. Old habits die hard. Our Super Metroid randomizer race. Just went into autopilot for a moment there as we are here with our weekly randomizer. And it looks like we have featured on stream, we have Chrono, ProPiece RTA, Miz, and Jeruzelki. And we have Miz taking a look here at getting the Ice Beam over in the X-ray. Look at, can I hey, I can barely rando Dragon Quest itself, let alone any of the others. That's why I'm here in the commentator booth, because not really so good at all the whole playing thing. Plus, this was very, 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 very last moment, so I'm scrambling to get everything together as we speak here. And I do appreciate your patience in doing so, or as I do so. So it looks like the path to the Ice Beam is in X-ray, and Jeruzelki having a bit of trouble doing so here, trying to damage boost over. As ProPiece now heads on through Yellow Meridia and takes the pipe on back down. Miz, meanwhile, is in Upper Norfair. And Chrono in the midst of the Lower Norfair escape. Yeah, I did see the one death that was already taken on Jeru's side. Rather unfortunate here, as Miz now heading south and doing a little bit of farming, it looks like here. before utilizing that wave beam, and Miz gonna head on over into Croc's area. So pretty good haul thus far. It looks like all of our runners have the plasma beam, which is making things a little bit easier in terms of taking out enemies. And forgive me if I miss a few things from the beginning, but I only got in here fairly recently, so I missed a good portion of the first 45 minutes. So it's kind of like catching a football game a little, midway through the third quarter, or catching a baseball game starting in the fifth or sixth inning, to use a sports ball type analogy. The order and the items found. So Morph was in Morph Charge, had the gravity suit. Trying to understand the parentheses and which means what. Oh, well, okay. X-ray has ice. Okay, that makes sense here. So gravity suit location at Varia. Grapple beam had the high jump. Wow, screw attack was all the way up in Plasma's location. Oh, parentheses was at... Okay, so screw attack was in the Plasma location, as troublesome as that is here. Ice was at X-ray. E-Tank was behind Ridley. That was Vanilla. Spring Ball was in Spazer's location. Oh, Bomb Chorizo was holding Plasma. Wave had Speed. Okay, we're getting different clarifications here as I get caught up. Jer's still working on a damage boosting plan here, and Miz trying to farm up some super missiles. Just outside of Gold Chorizo. Meanwhile, looks like we saw Chrono getting the charge beam at the Vanilla Ice location. So now heading up the elevator, stopping, collaborating, listening, all that sort of thing. So Miz getting up the worst room in the game, as we have Pro Piece with a bit of a farming heading toward Lower North there. And Chrono about to head into Kraid's area. And we've got the Sunlock, and we have a Kraid quick kill on Chrono's side. And there is the grappling beam. Okay, and this is a casual scavenger hunt, so our racers have to collect certain items, and once they have collected all of them, they can go kill Mother Brain. least that is my understanding of the premise, as I only knew that there was such a thing as a Super Metroid randomizer scavenger hunt about 25 seconds ago. Give or take. So not only am I educating or attempting to educate the audience who knows more than I do about it, but I'm attempting to educate myself as well. And hopefully entertain in the process. That's probably my better role here. So now Chrono making the climb up into Meridia here, and is going to be making that final trek. And there are bombs down in the screw attack location. Miz now with a Ridley fight. Bunch of optional settings, including starting the self-destruct as soon as the last item is corrected, thus skipping Mother Brain. Oh, okay, so Mother Brain is a flag in this particular scavenger hunt. That is also good to know. We have the save at the X-Wing here for Chrono. Number of items is adjustable with a range of roughly 5 to 17 with a default of 10 if you smooth it out. Got it. Chrono now heading down the elevator into Torian. Miz popping back up out of Ridley's lair and getting out of dodge. They're meanwhile going for the mock ball over to ice area as Chrono freezes some of the Metroids, making that trek down. One didn't want to quite make the travel along the way here. Jer successfully gets it. It's going to head over into the ice area, and we'll pick up the charge beam momentarily. As Pro Piece about to head into the Ridley fight, Miz working on the Lower Norfair escape, and is looking for some little things along the way here. It does look as though Jeru finally did give up on X-Ray and now has gone in a different direction here. Oh, I see. So in Chrono's screen it says hunt over, meaning that all the scavenger hunt items are completed. Looks like... Does it tell them where to go for their next location? Is that what the Grapple and Spazer and Ridley are respectively on the screen? Yes, okay. So Ridley has been taken down, so now Spazer is the next location. Okay, so it's go to the grapple room. And Jerry was trying to sequence break, and instead of going in the order that the game said, was trying to kind of outsmart the game by trying to skip a few steps. Is that a fair assessment? Outsmart is a wrong assessment? Okay. Looking for an item to get grapple since you can't collect the item. Okay. I guess I'm so used to all of these statements of logic and trying to defy the logic in the game, I just presumed that that was what someone was going for here. And we've got a spring ball over on Miz's side, and now is going to be heading into the ice area. Anything not on the list is free to grab, like speed or plasma. Okay. Because those are just quality of life items. So we've got a Mother Brain fight on Chrono's end. Uh-oh. And it looks like there is a death. Damage went just a little too low. So Chrono is going to be set... Wait, what? I thought he saved at the ship. Why is it saying Morph 01? Oh, no. Did it revert all the way back to start? That would be my guess. I did not see where the race room was, so I'm not 100% certain. I know that was the multi-troid from earlier today. Okay, we do have a forfeit for sure. Drawback of coming in late, just trying to figure everything out on its own, and there we go. I thank you, WJG, for the link. So out of our 6 competitors here, Chrono has put up the forfeit. As I thought I'd seen Chrono go into the ship and save ahead of time, but I guess it was one of those... yes, Chrono took a death to Mother Brain, and it looks like when going into the ship to refill, did not save. So when coming back from the death, instead of starting the ship with everything completed and having to take on Mother Brain, started from the ship basically at the beginning, losing a little over an hour of progress, and thus rendering a forfeit. Winning by a long... Yeah, I think winning by a landslide might have been the term we were looking for, or the idiom, whatever the case may be. Yes, at this point, Chrono winning would be a long shot had he opted to continue. I think that was what you were thinking in both elements, but accidentally combined the two together. So that being said, Miz has collected the final item and has taken out all the bosses, so now it is the rush to Mother Brain. And Jerry with a bit of a pause for the moment. Meanwhile, Pro Peace, there we go, is back up into form here. Pro Peace going to be heading on up and is not too far away from getting the 10th and last item here. And Miz was looking to do a Shine Spark up for the Main Street item. Possibly looking for some more supers. Okay, we see Chrono here in chat. Too careless at Mother Brain. Should have saved at ship, just reef. Okay, that... I thought that I had seen a... yeah, I thought I'd seen the refill, but I didn't know if I had seen the save, and I guess I presume that was the case, and then when I saw the Morph 01 at the top, panic ensued. So meanwhile, Miz is going to be making the save at the ship, so this is going to be pretty close here, but Miz with a pretty good advantage. Didn't feel ahead, checked every other major, and didn't come up with something good like Charge and Screw or something, so Chrono was... okay, so Chrono had felt a sense of urgency as Jeru finding a couple of missiles at the Norfair Reserve. And it looks like Miz gonna pick up a couple of last-minute items through the gauntlet before heading down to Torian. A nice save on Miz's part there, as there was only going to be the one side, and it would have been the reserve tank side. Is ignoring it, although, well, it already does have a reserve tank. People refer to it as a Kappa tank. I say, nope, reserve tanks save lives. This message brought to you by the Reserve Tank Association of Zebus. So Miz is heading on in, and Pro Peace is going to go into the cloud, and not sure if there was a save there either. So Miz probably with a good, oh, I'm never good at estimating these things, maybe a good 60-second advantage, give or take. 45 to 60 seconds. Yep, is about 3 rooms behind, it looks like, here as far as those Metroids go. Don't have a finisher yet, either on or off stream here, although Miz is close as the baby section is occurring. Huh? 12 and 30. So yeah, it's a 45-second difference. All right. I did say 45 to 60, so I'm right within the range, just barely. So Miz utilizing the reserve here down to just the 100. He's going to try to open the door, and this is a little dangerous here, a little dicey. Trying to utilize the missiles to take out as many of the Zebs as possible. And now we have a bit of a virtual high five as Miz heads back into the refill room, and Pro Piece is now going to head on over here. Oh, and there's the Zeb skip from Pro Piece. So this, I think, just shifted the lead here for Pro Piece. Although, ooh, that ammo is a little dicey, and Pro Piece does not have... maybe charge just wasn't marked on the tracker. Yeah, I was thrown by that too. Like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you should have charge, but... So here we go. Second phase of Mother Brain for Pro Piece. First phase for Miz. Past the catch-up phase, and now here's the cutscene for Pro Piece. Reem, so Miz opted to open some of the Zebs and doors with the missiles, and then went back for a missile and energy refill. In that time, Pro Piece came down, just did the normal refill, did the Zeb skip, and was able to bypass Miz at that point. Rainbow Beam and Mother Brain just about down on Pro Piece's side. Meanwhile, we've got the cutscene on Miz's end. And we do have a finisher off stream. Vinter taking first place, 1:14.21. Looks like the decision to double back on Miz's part may have cost a place or two here. As what was a 45-second lead for Miz turned into about a 50-second deficit based on that doubling back. Between our two runners on stream. From what I've seen from other communities, WJG, not usually. Since I was kind of thrown into the middle of this, I don't know if I would necessarily be the best interviewer, since there's half the seed that I would not be able to talk about. Let's get out your GGs for Pro Piece, who has an official race time of 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 8 seconds, and will take second place overall, and will be the first finisher amongst our featured racers here. Racing today was Vinter, who took first place, the 4 that you see pictured, and Kajata89 is our other runner here. And Pro Piece typing in the race room chat, figured out how it works like 30 minutes into the race. Good a time as any. Hey, I figured out how it works like 50 minutes into the race, so that's that's even worse. And with that, GG's for Miz, who's going to take third place overall, 1:17.16. So that ends up being a difference of 1 minute and 8 seconds between the two. Jeru, meanwhile, is working on Dragon. And looks to be trying to farm up some missiles or super missiles, because the proverbial cupboard is bare at this point. have the pickup behind Dragon, but that's not, at least in the order of the scavenger hunt here. So next up is heading on over to Plasma. And Jerry gonna pick up a timely energy tank just to get all of that out of the way. Looks like Jeru didn't go to bomb Terizo, as it looks as though he does not have the screw attack. Oh, screw is at Plasma Room. Okay, I thought I saw something about bomb location and... Oh, that's where Plasma was. That's why. Bomb Terizo was Plasma, not the Plasma location, which is where Screw attacked it. This scavenger thing is confusing me. I'm sure it would have made a lot more sense if I started from the beginning. Here we go. Room and a half away from the Plasma Room, which will have the screw attack. So now back over to X-Ray. Looks to be the next step for Jeru here. And meanwhile, Kajata did take 4th place overall with an official race time of 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 38 seconds. So that leaves us just our one runner featured left. Now, I will say this is an interesting format. Now, and is this something that is on the Varia randomizer, he asks curiously, and also for some shameless promotion? You have to have finished the entire list when you play Scavenger. Okay. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, so that's, that would be part of the skills and settings preset here. Scavenger speedrun, Scavenger random, Scavenger vanilla but not. Items are vanilla but area and bosses are not. Yeah, I'm looking at that now on Varia.run, as if there wasn't enough for me to mess around with Super Metroid Randomizer with from earlier today with the Multitroid, seeing that you could customize the sprite, but also customize the item names, or the item names can be custom to whatever that sprite is. As we saw, vibrant colors as the Windows mouse, and having all kinds of hilarious. You can customize your game music via Varia.run too. So there's a lot of good things here. So now, oh boy, from X-Ray all the way down to Ridley. Yeah, the updates are rather surprising here. That is for sure. Gives me a chance to look in and, I don't know, possibly get a little bit of practice in and ultimately get bounced in the first opening rounds of the SMRAT 2022 tournament. So you can open the map and look up the entire list. Interesting. Okay. The more you know. That's okay, Kajata. I decided to join about 45 minutes in as they were looking for a commentator because the commentator name was Silence. And I said that can't be a thing. So I've basically spent the last 41 minutes or so trying to piece together and figure everything out as it's happening live. It's a good time. And I've also seen my intrigue kind of go up a little bit here as well, as Jeru is going in a different direction. Oh, yeah, that's right, going to this room. I was like, wait a minute, where is he? Oh, yeah. That room to which I'm not as familiar. Gotta love the space jump and screw attack combo, as that tends to make the worst room in the game anything but. And now on in here to those red key hunters. I have a few things to say about them, but I'd like to remain on the air, so we'll withhold them, but I'm sure you can all imagine. Trying to damage boost on through there. I never knew how you did that exactly, but there are a lot of things I either don't know how to do or just don't execute even remotely well. Three super missiles, and there is one gold pirate out of the way. And methinks there'll be a little bit of farming going on here. Because 2 super missiles heading into Ridley will not do, and I don't think that the whole charge plasma thing would be the way to go. Although, especially because Jeru doesn't have charge yet. So as the farming continues, we are up to 15 super missiles here, make it 16. I would imagine wanting to get to at least 30. I don't know how much of a leeway he wants to give himself. I haven't seen him play before, so I don't know how accurate his shooting is. If it's anything like mine, then he'll want to go all the way up to 60. Up to 25. You say these things can't be too stingy, can they? Of course they can. Come on, game. Give up the goods. That's 4 in a row. Come on now. Or technically 8 in a row since there's 2 on either side. But so there we go. There's a pair of them. Yeah, can't grapple farm either. Like, this is just... less than ideal way to go about it here. So there's the minimum 30, now up to 31. See how far Jeru wants to grind up. Up to 38 now. I was hoping to will that to 40, but the game's telling all of us no. There's 39. There's 40. And that looks to be where it'll stop. So utilizing the 1 super missile to open the door, 39 super missiles, and 35 missiles if it has to get that far, which we hope it does not. And we got a little bit of the pogo there. That certainly helps. I feel like there's a way to manipulate that, but again, I have no idea what it is. Every time I try, Ridley just grabs me instead. Like that. Well, they're down to 0. It can't be too much farther now. Yep, there it goes. And down goes Ridley. Now, do these have to be collected in order, is an interesting question. Like, I see Spazer as item number... Oh, you do? Okay, so you can't just kind of hit up Spazer along the way because it is item number 8. Oh, well, that's an interesting twist. But because it's SMRAT, they're not going to necessarily make the logic to get some of these things ridiculously impossible. Unless you selected Scavenger Hard, for example. Oh, it is just casual. Okay. Oh, it's just casual, not SMRAT. I guess my question is, would a scavenger hunt potentially require a hell run, for example? Season races, yes, but casual, no. Okay. I guess I'm trying to get the differentiation of how much or little do you need to know to be able to do these things, or should I just quit before I even start? I can only imagine. This hell run requires you to go all the way to Lower Norfair with 1 energy tank, and no, now I'm exaggerating, but you get the idea. Something that I would look at and go, no, good thanks. Season races used in the hard race every week is, as the name says, what is used in these season races. This is probably answered somewhere in the Discord, so I probably won't delve too deeply into it, but I guess the difference in requirements of season versus casual versus SMRAT. or not even so much, season, because I know season is, all right, you need to know every trick in the book and then some, but uh, even a few that aren't in the book. But in casual versus Smrat, that would be the very randomizer Discord particularly. Okay. Well, good news and not quite so good news. The good news is that the Varia Discord is something that would be able to explain that. The not quite so good news is the link that's in chat looks to be invalid. Yep, I went to click on it. It said invite invalid. This invite may be expired, or you might not have permission to join. Maybe it's just that I'm so bad at the randomizer, they're not even giving me permission to join. Maybe that's what it is. Like, wait, it's Burgundy clicking on the link. No, don't allow him. Don't allow him. Meanwhile, over at Ice, the charge is picked up by Jeru, and now it's over to take care of Kraid, and that should just about do things. There it is. That is working. That link should work. Hope there's wouldn't have noticed if I hadn't said it. Well, hey, I've got to find ways to contribute somehow. True, you didn't ask for a good commentator, you just asked for a commentator. So here is Jeru taking on Kraid. We've got the charged up plasma, and it looks like we've got 3 out of the 4 super missiles, and we see the stand-up. And there goes Kraid. There's the grappling beam. And there's the hunt over, and now it's just on to take on Mother Brain. Depending on how this goes, you're looking at maybe another 10? It's question mark? And here is the climb through Meridia. A very quick watery climb. And back to the ship for a refill. And there's a save. Heading on through the Terminator room. And into Torian. Ice beam back on to take on the Metroids, and here come those dirty dozen. There's one. Two and three, and there's the fourth one. Now the two in the second room. Interesting how they programmed it to go 4-2-3-3 as far as the number of Metroids. Is able to get the freeze on them, and there's all 12 down. And now into the ominous pre-baby room. Or I guess now it's the pre-baby room. That was the pre-pre-baby room. And here is the baby. Heading on over, getting the energy down. Utilizes a super missile to open the door ahead of time. Refilling the energy. Taking a moment perhaps just to make sure. Do I have enough ammo? Am I good? Yep, I'm good. At least I'd like to think that's what it is. I don't know. It could have been something IRL. It was a brief distraction. Hard to say. Now shooting on through those Zebs. 2 down, 2 to go. And there's Mother Brain Part 1 down. Now here come the, I believe, 20 charge shot. No, we're going to see a little hybrid here. Okay. Gonna empty the clip of super missiles first, I would imagine, and then go to the charge shots. So we shouldn't be too far. Yep, there we go. There's that kid. Ooh, boy. Can only maybe take another one of those at most. And it looks like we are in the charge up. Damage down. Uh-oh. And so that took a little extra time. But I've also seen people damaging down and forgetting how few suits they have on and damaging down too much, and then that forces a reset. So perhaps taking it a little bit safe there. Usually you see that with the oops, I don't have gravity special. Or oops, I don't have Varia special. And Baby Dead, drum beat going. I always loved that, just that little nuance of the drum beat right after the baby dies, just of that, like, oh, you mother brain, you going down now. Like, you could just tell it was on at that point. And a few extra shots just for good measure. And now it is time for the escape. 3 minutes to get on out. Okay, we're going to see the speed boost shortcut. Little shine spark action. Takes out a couple of those on the way down. Has some troubles wall jumping. I feel that pain. Does get the shine spark. Gonna go all the way up the shaft. Just has to get past these problematic steam pockets here. And get out your GGs to Jeru for finishing up here. Well, okay, a little overleap. There we go. Finishing up with an official race time of 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 50 seconds. I believe we're going to have a little bit of a respite here, as coming up in about an hour from now, there's going to be a hard full minimizer race, and that'll also have random starting location. That'll be going at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. That's 1 hour from now. And then later tonight, we have a pair of multi-troid races that'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Eastern, respectively. But for now, that's going to do it for us here at Speedrunners Arena. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, I'm Ferran Burgundy saying stay classy, my friends, stay safe, and see you next mission. So long, everyone.